Hey, what's up, everyone? This is my pit 141 clear question mark question mark. Yeah, I say question mark because I didn't really clear it in time. I did beat the boss using the Avatar Sork build, which is a chain lightning build. However, I was 2 minutes over time, so yeah, we're just gonna be repurposing the footage to talk about something else. It's just nice to see something Sork related, and like pit clears are always like fun to see, like mobs dying and everything. It's awesome. All right. One more quick thing. If you're wondering why I put a non-Meta Knight logo on the top left, that is not a vanity thing. That is not a watermark claiming this is my video only. No, it's not nothing like that. I'm just using it to cover up my Discord overlay because I don't want to leak my friends' names or, I don't want to. It's their privacy, right? So I don't want to like put it on a video for thousands to see or hundreds to see, depending on how this video does. So yeah, it's for privacy reasons, nothing else. All right. So it's gonna be there. If it's annoying to see, too bad. All right. On to Conjuration Mastery. Conjuration Mastery is a bonkers passive. It is really really strong, and almost every Sork build runs Conjuration Mastery to scale the damage, to fix the mana regeneration, and to gain movement speed for SU boots. Or, you know, you don't need to run any movement speed stats on your gear. You don't need to put movement speed on the amulet, on the temper of the amulet, on the temper of the boots, on the boots itself. You can just put whatever stats you want to put there. And more often than not, it's armor to get the armor cap on the boots. However, this stuff will change during season 6, but I really, really want to give focus to Conjuration Mastery because, guys, I think that skill passive is so good that if you are not running it, you are playing Sorcerer. I don't want to say it, but you're playing it wrong, right? You're not fully optimizing your damage. Now, there are builds that I think don't run Conjuration Mastery, which is Firebolt, because Firebolt is the one that is pushing the pits deeper, further than any other sorcerer or any other build at all. Any other class cannot even touch it. It is 5 ranks above everything else, 5 levels deeper. That is the exception, I guess. But maybe even Fireball. I'm not sure, but I think Fireball runs it too. But yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, guys. Sork is in a really, really good spot right now in terms of build diversity, sort of, and different builds being able to do all the activities and reaching deep into the pits. I mean, my build, the Avatar Sork build, which is a chain lightning build, which is, it's not the best skill to use for the pits, can do 140. I've seen the Blizzard build clear 140 as well. I don't know who the creator name was. You can tag him on my comments, but that dude cleared pit 140 with the Blizzard build. Awesome. Um, Ball Lightning was cleared using, I think Roxy did it. Fireball, I think Roxy did 150 with Fireball using Vox Omnium. That is nuts. So, yeah, Conjuration Mastery allows all these builds to perform at a high level. Here's where I think it's bad, right? That's when it's good. It's good for now, because it's the first season, but if you're playing this game 2 seasons in after this, season 6, maybe season 7, season 6 is still gonna use Conjuration Mastery as the damage scaler. We already know we're getting familiar, so all the builds that I mentioned will get buffed. Even my Chain Lightning build will get buffed because familiars will count as conjurations, and familiars I think are easier to produce than lightning spears for other builds, right? If you're running lightning spear, you have no issue. If you're running Chain Lightning, you have a little bit of an issue. Fireball, Blizzard. But all these builds run Conjuration Mastery. If you're playing this same Sorcerer 2 seasons more from now and you're still running Conjuration Mastery, it's gonna get old. It's gonna get really, really boring. because all the gears have to be the same. You need to have fractured winterglass. You need to have an amulet with a GA on Conjuration Mastery and masterwork it 3 times. I haven't even mentioned the value of these items. Any item with a Conjuration Mastery stat on it, fractured winterglass or an amulet that has it, will skyrocket come into season 6. It's already pretty high right now in season 5. If you want an amulet, a regular amulet with a GA on Conjuration Mastery, it's gonna cost you 8 to 10B for a crappy one. Crappy meaning the 2 other stats are suck or bad or suck. They suck. Anyway, they're bad. Now, if you want a good 2 other stats with a GA on Conjuration Mastery, it's about 15B to 20B. If you want ranks, another rank like Glass Cannon or Devouring Blaze, it's gonna cost you about 30 to 40B. No GA on the other rank. Elemental Dominance would be a bit cheaper. You could probably find one for about 15. People are sleeping on Elemental Dominance. It's pretty strong, guys. If you get enough ranks into it and you combine it with Devouring Blaze or oh yeah, that aspect that Chain Lightning has when you use a crit version. I'm gonna test it after this. Um, yeah, Lightning Rod. That is a lot of scaling with core skills. It's pretty good, guys. Anyway, if you want a amulet that has, I don't know, like 2 GA to intelligence and conjuration mastery, I think it's about 60 to 70B, sometimes 90B. No joke, that's how high it is because you can roll the 3rd stat into a rank, right? That's what people do. But if you want a 2 ranks, 2 GA amulet, meaning to say Conjuration Mastery or Glass Cannon, you're looking at 100B. If it's Devouring Blaze, 100B. If it's Elemental Dominance, it's still 100B. I don't know why. Just 2 GA ranks is always expensive. If you want 3 GA, you're looking at 300B. And how do you even pay the 300B? Well, you give them 100B and then you give 200B in items. And for some people, I never did this, right? I'm against like buying game items with real cash just because, well, what the hell are you playing the game for if you could just buy it with real cash? It's like pay to win stuff. I hate pay to win stuff, although when I play gacha games I am a dolphin or a whale sort of, but not so much. But yeah, these items are gonna be really expensive come season 6, maybe even season 7. I don't know if they do the gold dupe again. It's just gonna inflate all the prices. I hope they prevent it. And Blizzard, come on, man, just make an in-house auction house. I don't want to have to go to a website, log in my BattleNet there, give my tag there. It's a hassle. I want it to be like WoW. Make it like WoW, where you just put your item in the auction house, put a price on it, and then when it sells, you get the gold in your mailbox or something. Put a mailbox in the game. It's kind of nice to leave a message to your friends that's not in the game for a while. You could be like, hey man, where you been? And then they come into the game and then they read the message. They're like, oh shit, this guy messaged me. And then you could just be like, oh yeah, dude, I'm back. And you know, it's nice. Put a mailbox and then put an auction house. It's really simple and it's nice to have. All right. Back to Conjuration Mastery. Sorry, there's a lot of things in the game that I really want to change, and I'll mention a few more of them later, but Conjuration Mastery is the focus right now because right now it is a mandatory skill passive on most builds. 90% of the builds. And if you don't run it, your build doesn't run as strong. And this is not baseless accusations. I did run my Chain Lightning build without Conjuration Mastery in the past. Right? Before the Vox Omnium vids, I was running it with Locran's Amulet because I went to a world boss and I started inspecting other sorcerers just to see what they had, and I was like, oh, cool. This guy's running Locrons, and it kind of works with a crit based build. However, it just didn't scale that well. I didn't have the right gear, maybe, but it just wasn't as powerful as putting Conjuration Mastery ranks. Because when I started having a hard time with T7s on Chain Lightning, I started experimenting a little bit more. And another one of my creations was using an overpower build with Chain Lightning. Because if you think about it, it really it could work. I mean, I think it might be strong now if you have a GG what's that sword I always use? Doombringer to scale your max life and get more max life as a sorcerer. I think it could actually work. I will probably try it after this. But yeah, Banished Lords, I made one. I made an item. Triple crit the overpower, I think. I should have done maybe core skills. That would have made more sense with a GA core skill. But yeah, it did not go so well. It did. It was pretty powerful though. I mean, it was clearing T7s a little bit, low Aether count. But when I picked up an amulet that had Conjuration Mastery and I looked at Fractured Winterglass, I was like, oh yeah, this is the GG item for Lightning Spear. But I didn't want to use Fractured Winterglass because it was meta, right? So I was like, I'm just gonna use a regular amulet with the GA Conjuration Mastery. And when I did, and I started using Vox Omnium, it started popping off, and I was clearing pits, I was clearing T8s easily, and I started to discover and thought about making videos because, damn, I made something amazing, right? So I wanted to share. Yeah, that was possible because Conjuration Mastery is just so OP. And if I have to still run that passive 2 seasons later, I don't think I want to play Sorcerer because I will be pigeonholed into running certain items. I'm gonna be pigeonholed into running that passive and scaling off that passive non-stop. Now, I did not play the PTR because I want to be surprised with a lot of things. I know that they made big changes to the Paragon board, like really big changes. But I don't know if they changed the legendary nodes to the Paragon board. And I think if they do, it will open up the doors to even more builds, especially damage over time builds with Sorcerer. Firewall. I really want to make a really strong Firewall build because in Season 1, Firewall was really strong for PvP. And I was a PvP player. Firewall was scaling off Creeping Death Heart. If you remember the heart, it's now a Creeping Death aspect. It was scaling off that, and it was dealing crazy damage because there was no cap on the legendary nodes. Remove the caps on the nodes, Blizzard. It will make the game more fun. You can create more builds. And if you're worried about us blasting through the content, make harder content. I know they're adjusting the difficulty, but honestly the game feels like I'm running on easy mode, and a lot of people are already saying this. Like Diablo 4 right now is very flawed because it is easy to get stuff. However, the pits is really hard, but the pits are really boring. So, and they're not rewarding, so why play them? Other than for content creators to show off that their build is working and, make videos off it, like what I do. But yeah, if you're not like me, you're not gonna do the pits. There's nothing to do after you get your gear. T8s are gonna be so easy. Yeah, because of Conjuration Mastery, everything is easy. But yeah, I think all of this stuff will be fixed on Season 6. Don't get me wrong. Let me know if there are other changes in the PTR. You can leave it below. And one more reason why, I'll just give you guys the reason why I didn't play the PTR. is because the way I create my content is I make a strong build, or how do I say this? Come when the season starts, right? It becomes noticeable which builds are the meta, all right, and which was and a build that was considered meta will fall off the meta, and that's where I come in. The one that falls off the meta in this season was Chain Lightning, right? Chain Lightning fell off. Everyone thought, oh, it's gonna be really good. Season 5, Chain Lightning, bang, 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 boom. It's gonna be great. Kaboom. But 2 weeks into the season, everybody started dropping it. Big streamers were saying, why are you playing that? Just play Lightning Spear or Fireball. That's when I came in and created my builds and showed people that Chain Lightning can compete. It is good. The mana problem is gone. I fixed it. Here you go. Play it. And now people are finally playing it and it's working for them, which is great. So yeah, guys, Conjuration Mastery is really good for Sorc. However, we are pigeonholed and that is the main problem. Rage Gaming said it first, right? I'm not claiming to figure this out or anything. A lot of other people have thought about this already, and yeah, I just wanted to shed some more light on it and give it more focus. That's it for this video. Thanks for listening. It's a bit of a rant, but yeah. See you all in the next one. Peace.